No one will argue that Negroni is a classic cocktail. But before Negroni was Americano, and before that came Milano-Torino. So let's start at the beginning. Created in the 1860s by Campari, the Milano-Torino is named after its original ingredients. Campari came from Milano or Milan, and sweet vermouth traditionally comes from Turin or Torino in Italian. The original vermouth is believed to be Puntemess. It still exists to this day, but the flavor has changed profoundly, so there's no point in using it today. So we are gonna be using something else. We need to fill an old-fashioned glass with ice. Then we take Campari from Milano and add one part of this. I'll be using 60 ml or 2 ounces of Campari straight in the glass. And then we take vermouth. We need to use red sweet vermouth, also 2 ounces, 60 ml of sweet vermouth. I am using Spanish vermouth because I like it better. Then we stir it a little bit to combine all the flavors and to dilute the cocktail a little bit. And then we take a dried orange. You can use a regular orange wheel just for garnish. And Milano-Torino is ready. Time to try it. This one lacks the strength of Negroni, which we are going to make today also. It's sweet from the vermouth. I like Spanish vermouth for that. It's also bitter and has the distinct Campari flavor. But it's not overpowering. I like it very much. Milano-Torino is a great cocktail. There's actually a twist on Milano-Torino, which is Campari plus Amaro, but it's too bitter to my taste. Let's make the next one. The Americano was also first served in 1860s in Gaspare Campari's bar in Milan, Italy. The drink is essentially Milano-Torino with a splash of sparkling water. It was popular among American tourists, hence its name. The funny thing is that just like with Americano coffee, which is essentially a watered-down espresso, Americano cocktail is also a watered-down version of another cocktail. With its low ABV and easy drinking sensibilities, the Americano is a perfect cocktail for daytime drinking. Also, everyone knows James Bond's shaken not stirred martinis. By the way, never shake the vermouth. But the very first drink that James Bond ordered in 1953 in Casino Royale was Americano. Once again, let's fill the glass with ice. We're using a highball glass this time. Then we take Campari. I'm using also 2 ounces, 60 ml, but you can use how much ever you like. Ooh, sorry for the mess, this is my first day. And the same Spanish vermouth, also 60 ml or 2 ounces. Stir it a little bit to combine all the elements, and then let's add sparkling water. I use my own, but you can use store-bought, no problem there. Stir a little bit more, but don't overstir it, not to lose the gas. And let's garnish with a fresh wheel of orange. And that's it, the Americano is ready. Let's try it. This is actually one of my top 10 most favorite cocktails. If you think that Milano-Torino is too sweet and Negroni is too strong, this one is perfect. All the flavors are a little bit diluted, but not in a bad way, so it stops being overly sweet and bitter, and it becomes very refreshing. Just what doctor ordered. Not really. And the hero of today's video, the Negroni. The Negroni is said to have been invented in Florence by the Italian Count Camillo Negroni in the early 20th century. While at Bar Cassoni in Florence, he demanded the bartender to strengthen his Americano by substituting the sparkling water with gin. To further differentiate the drink, the bartender used orange peel instead of a traditional lemon peel. The Count's substitution resulted in one of the most iconic cocktails in the cocktail history, right next to old-fashioned, martini or Manhattan. The Negroni is 3 equal parts Campari, sweet vermouth and gin, but there are tons of twists that became their own thing. Like if you substitute gin with bourbon, you get Boulevardier. You can also use mezcal, rum or anything really instead of gin, and you'll get more and more different cocktails that will be in balance. You can also experiment with vermouths. You can take floral, bitter, dry, herbal vermouths or sweeter ones, and you'll get variations on this cocktail. The only thing that always stays the same is Campari. Of course, you can substitute it with different bitter liqueurs, but it's not gonna be the same. Not sponsored. First thing we need to do is to fill the old-fashioned glass with ice and build the cocktail. I'm gonna be using Martini Rosso just because I'm out of my favorite Spanish vermouth. I'll be using less vermouth and Campari this time, 45 milliliters or 1.5 ounce. Also 1.5 ounce of Campari and gin. I'm using a 44% gin. Actually, the recipe tells us to use equal parts gin, sweet vermouth and Campari, but gins back then were stronger. So I'm using a little bit more gin, 50 ml. 1 2/3 of an ounce. Then let's stir the cocktail to combine all the ingredients and dilute. Many people don't appreciate the value of diluting the cocktail. They think it's something bad, but actually it gives the cocktail more flavor. The strong alcoholic parts become less poignant. And of course, Negroni needs to be garnished with a slice of orange peel, a little bit of essential oils, and the peel itself. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Negroni. Time to have a sip. It's much stronger. All the flavors are there. The gin adds another dimension to it. It's sweet and bitter, but it is also strong. I can't say that it feels as strong as it actually is. Campari and most importantly sweet vermouth do a great job by hiding the alcohol content. I've seen a video where Anthony Bourdain prepares this cocktail, and he said if you try Negroni for the first time in your life, first sip is like weird, it's too bitter. Second sip, I see why people like it. And the third sip, you're hooked. And he cautions the viewers to drink maximum of 2 Negronis, because around the third Negroni starts where did my pants go and who are you in the bed. So here we are, the 3 cocktails that led to the invention of the Negroni. Thanks for watching, please hit that like button, subscribe and ring the bell. Tell me in the comments what do you want me to make next. This is just the 3rd video on this channel, so there is a lot of room to grow. If you like this video, please tell your friends about it, and до свидания. Actually, my favorite one is a mix of all the 3. Also, everyone knows James Bond's shaken not stirred martinis and Vespers, but блядское говно ты, сука ебаная. The Negroni is said to have been invented in 1820s. What? I hope you liked this video. Please tell me what you... Блядь, ты, сука ебаная.